What's up guys, back at it again with a new video this week. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Nam, I'm a physician assistant and I'm going to be talking to you guys about PA stuff. The topic of this week's video is accreditation. So what is accreditation? I don't know, I was going to talk about that in my video. Why am I talking about it in my intro? Cue the intro. Accreditation is something I think is super important, and it's something that can be really confusing for people who are currently applying to PA school or thinking about applying to PA school. As a recent graduate myself, I had to go back and do some more in-depth research because I realized that even I barely knew anything and I had already graduated PA school. So what is accreditation? Why is it important? And why is it so confusing? Well, for a PA program to be accredited, it has to be given accreditation by the ARC-PA, the accrediting body of PA programs throughout the United States. They basically created a set of objective standards that they feel a PA program needs to meet in order to be allowed to graduate students that would be eligible to sit for the pants. That's why accreditation is so important. The reason accreditation is so confusing is because there's so many subtypes of accreditation. There's continuing accreditation, there's provisional accreditation, and there's probational accreditation. So now I'm going to try and break down the different types of accreditation into simpler terms so that it gets less confusing. So accreditation continued is when the ARC-PA comes to the school and says, hey, you guys are doing great, we like what you're doing, you're meeting all the standards, keep it up. We're going to grant you accreditation for 5 to 7 years. This is probably the best one and the safest choice when applying to PA programs because you know that the PA school is in good standing and most likely will continue to be in good standing with the ARC-PA. So the next type is provisionally accredited PA schools. This is when the PA program is new and they've applied for accreditation from the ARC-PA. The ARC-PA has gone to the program and says, hey, everything looks good, keep up the good work, maybe in a few years we'll grant you continuing accreditation status. Generally speaking, provisionally accredited PA schools are not something to be too concerned about. Every single PA program that has been around for a long time and has been continually accredited has gone through that process. It's something that every single PA school has to go through to become accredited. So if that's what you're worried about, don't be too worried about it. The third type of accreditation is probationary accreditation. This is basically when the ARC-PA says, hey, we don't really like what we're seeing. We're going to take you off of continuing accreditation status, put you on a temporary status called probationary, which can last for up to about 2 years. If you could just fix those things, yeah, that'd be great. So essentially what happens is if the school doesn't fix whatever it is that the ARC-PA doesn't like, the school may lose its accreditation. So that's why I said you might want to be careful when applying to PA programs that are probationally accredited, because if the PA program does not fix within those 2 years what the ARC-PA says needs to be fixed, there is a chance that the PA program will lose its accreditation completely. Or, if you do apply to those programs and you get invited for an interview, be sure to ask them, 1, I see you guys are on probationary accreditation, why is that? 2, what steps are you taking to fix that situation? And 3, how much time is left on your probationary period? So I think this is important because A, this shows them that you're serious, that you've done your research, and that you're not somebody to be messed with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And B, this is important because you don't really want to screw yourself over in the end because you're going to be putting time and money and energy into this interview and this program, so you don't want to be throwing it all away. So why is accreditation status important? The program needs to be accredited at the moment you matriculate into the program in order to be eligible to sit for the pants after graduation. And I think this is the part that really trips people up. It's that the program needs to be accredited at the time of matriculation, not at the time of graduation. So if you do matriculate into a program that's accredited and it loses its accreditation midway, you will still be eligible to sit for the pants after you graduate. Okay, a few other things to keep in mind. If you're in a direct entry program or an accelerated program and you haven't made it into the master's portion of the program yet, if your program loses accreditation, you might get kicked out of the program and may have to find another program to apply to. If you are in a PA program right now and the institution, not the PA program, but the institution that has the PA program loses its accreditation, you may have to transfer your PA credits to another program to finish and graduate there. One last thing to keep in mind is that some states may not allow you to apply for licensure in that state if you do not graduate from an accredited program. So although you matriculated into an accredited program and you are eligible to sit for the PANCE, you may not be able to apply for a state license in certain states. So wherever it is that you're planning to practice or planning to apply for a license, be sure to go to that state-specific website and look up and make sure that even if your program loses its accreditation, you will still be able to apply for state licensure. Alright guys, that's it for my video. If you learned a thing or two about accreditation, please give a thumbs up. Please be sure to share this video with your friends who may be thinking about applying to PA school, who are applying to PA school. If you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comment section below. I will be sure to read and answer everything. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for any more upcoming content. See you guys next time!